Are you coming to, or perhaps already living in Japan? And like me, you need a CPAP machine to stop you snoring like a beast, or even to help you breathe. Well, in today's video, we're focusing on a topic that's relevant to poor sods like me that suffer with sleep apnea. From Japanese customs procedures to power compatibility, this video covers tons of things you need to know. Lots of people in Japanese social networks ask about bringing their CPAP machines on planes to Japan. I brought mine as hand luggage. I didn't need it on board, but remember, airline policies vary. Some machines are battery operated, mine needs a mains connection. This leads me to my next point. Will your CPAP machine work in Japan? Most machines have an interchangeable voltage system. They'll work on Japan's 100 volt system and also on the UK and Australian 230 volt system. Check your machine's manual to be sure, and if it's not adaptable, you might need a separate voltage converter. I can't recommend a specific adapter, but you can find them on Amazon. It's also a good idea to ask your CPAP supplier for recommendations. Your next question might be, how do I plug the bloody thing in? While some plug designs may be similar to other countries, I highly advise getting a specific adapter for the job. For instance, you can buy an Australian to Japan plug converter at Australia Post or sometimes at the airport. They're also available on Amazon. If you're considering CPAP therapy in Japan, the first step is getting diagnosed with sleep apnea. Begin by searching online for hospitals that offer sleep tests and cater to English speakers. After finding a hospital, schedule an examination for CPAP treatment. If your test falls under Japanese insurance coverage, CPAP therapy might be available for rent. Also, consider looking for a clinic that speaks your language, as in my experience, it can make the process much more stressful. As for insurance considerations, visitors are not normally covered by Japanese health insurance, so check travel insurance or be prepared for out-of-pocket expenses. Temporary residents, like English teachers, are often covered by national health insurance or employer-provided insurance, which helps reduce medical costs. Long-term and spousal visa holders generally have good coverage under national health insurance, likely subsidizing a significant portion of CPAP-related costs. Your individual insurance situation will affect your access to and cost of CPAP therapy, so it's important to verify your coverage specifics. I reached out to a popular CPAP company that also operates in Japan, and when I asked them about buying a CPAP machine and or parts, they said the following. In Japan, CPAP is considered a therapeutic medical device, and a prescription issued by a physician after a sleep study at the hospital is required for purchase. The general process involves a sleep test at the hospital, and the physician determines the results of the test. If the doctor authorizes the patient to purchase a CPAP device, a prescription is issued. If you can find a physician willing to prescribe for this purpose, then you can contact one of the companies. So if you want to buy or rent a CPAP machine in Japan, even if you know for a fact that you have sleep apnea, you must get a prescription after receiving a sleep study within a Japanese hospital. If that doesn't make you scratch your head, the next thing I was told about replacement parts will. Some replacement parts and accessories for Japanese CPAP devices, especially those purchased overseas, are available online. However, products and accessories registered as medical devices in Japan, such as CPAP machines, masks, and humidifiers, require a prescription issued by a physician at the time of purchase. Few physicians will issue a prescription for the reason of purchasing replacement parts. And so, finding replacement parts for your CPAP in Japan can be a right bitch. My machine broke down twice, and each time I forked out around $77 US. One for a mask lining, and then for another for a small part. Again, Amazon to the rescue. Both times I got what I needed there. Parts often ship abroad, so expect delays, and watch out, I had an order cancelled once and missed the notification because it was in Japanese. This pushed out the wait time to almost a month without my machine operating. Some CPAP machines come with SIM cards that upload data to your clinic, but once you're out of your home country, the SIM card won't pick up the network. You won't get feedback from your doctors based on your machine's data. My long-term strategy for overcoming this is to consider renting a machine once I'm satisfied with the use of my current machine in terms of years. Renting can be expensive, but it includes maintenance and service, and the machine will be connected to the Japanese doctor's network, allowing them to analyze my diagnostics. And now we've come to my bonus tip section. This year has been the hottest summer I have ever experienced in my life, and even my CPAP machine was getting a run for its money. I woke up one morning and attempted to remove the water chamber, and I was shocked to find that it was boiling. I honestly thought my machine had shit itself. I was gutted. However, after doing a bit of research and looking at the manual, I realised the machine's heater plate at the bottom of the water chamber can operate up to 68°C, or otherwise 154 Fahrenheit, and it will cut out after it hits 74 centigrade or 165 Fahrenheit, which is reassuring, as I really thought my machine had gone to CPAP heaven. Also, when considering what water you should use for your CPAP machine, most companies recommend using distilled water. However, this can be hard to find, and instead the next best thing is purified water, which can be bought in local chemists, and it's called C'est Sui. In my case, I prefer to use a tap filter for my water. However, like purified water, whilst the contaminants are reduced, some mineral deposits may still be left in the water, which can build up in the water chamber over time. For this reason, I use vinegar to try and break down the deposits, but I recommend you do a search for a method that suits you best. Finally, I'll put some helpful links down in the description, and the last takeaway is that I highly recommend you read the manual that comes with the machine, as trite as it sounds. And if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you will enjoy one of my other videos. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye.